Welcome to this video on decomposition. We'll explore the biological processes behind the breakdown of organic material and why this recycling system is vital for life on Earth. At its core, decomposition is the breakdown of dead organic material into simpler substances. It's nature's recycling system, returning essential nutrients to the soil and cycling carbon back into the atmosphere. The key players in this process are decomposers, specifically bacteria and fungi. They are the organisms responsible for breaking down dead plants, animals, and waste. Bacteria and fungi are everywhere in nature. Bacteria are microscopic, single-celled organisms that thrive in warm, moist, and oxygen-rich environments. Fungi use thread-like structures called hyphae to penetrate and digest tough organic materials. Decomposers use extracellular digestion. They secrete enzymes outside their bodies to break down complex molecules into smaller, soluble nutrients, which they then absorb. This process also releases these nutrients back into the environment. These enzymes act as biological catalysts. Different decomposers produce specific enzymes for different jobs. Proteases break down proteins, lipases digest fats and oils, and carbohydrases tackle carbohydrates. As a result of this digestion, vital mineral ions like nitrates and phosphates are returned to the soil. These nutrients are then available for plants to absorb through their roots, supporting healthy growth and ecosystem survival. The rate of decay depends on three primary factors: temperature, moisture, and oxygen availability. Understanding how these influence decomposers is crucial for your exams. Temperature is key. Generally, warmer conditions speed up enzyme activity and decay. However, there is an optimum temperature. If it gets too hot, enzymes will denature and stop working. Moisture is also essential. It is required for the survival of bacteria and fungi, acts as a medium for transporting enzymes, and helps move released nutrients into the soil for plant uptake. Oxygen availability dictates the type of respiration used. In oxygen-rich environments, decomposers respire aerobically for rapid decay. If oxygen is limited, they switch to slower anaerobic respiration, which can release methane gas. To summarize, the ideal environment for rapid decomposition is warm, moist, and oxygen-rich. Keep these three conditions in mind for your exam. Scientists study decay using controlled investigations. They often track mass loss in organic samples, such as bread or leaves, while changing one variable at a time to see how it affects the rate of decomposition. A proper investigation involves choosing an independent variable to test, setting up controlled samples, recording changes like mass loss over time, and finally, analyzing the results to draw a conclusion. When planning your investigation, remember your variables: the independent variable you change, the dependent variable you measure, and your control variables, which must remain constant to ensure a fair test. A compost heap is a controlled system designed to break down organic garden and kitchen waste. By providing near-ideal conditions for microorganisms, it accelerates the decay process to create rich, crumbly compost that improves soil quality. Compost heaps work efficiently because they provide a warm, moist, and aerated environment. The decomposition process releases heat, traps moisture, and encourages oxygen circulation, allowing billions of bacteria and fungi to rapidly digest organic matter. Garden compost is essentially an engine of decomposition, teeming with microorganisms. A single gram can contain over 1 billion bacteria. These microbes transform kitchen and garden scraps into a nutrient-rich material that enriches the soil. Compost improves soil in three key ways. It adds essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, enhances soil structure for better drainage and aeration, and boosts beneficial microbial life for long-term health. Farmers have used compost for centuries as a natural alternative to synthetic fertilizers. By improving soil structure and supporting a healthy microbial ecosystem, compost provides a slow-release supply of minerals that benefits long-term crop yields. While both compost and artificial fertilizers provide nutrients to crops, compost offers additional benefits for environmental health and soil structure. Many modern agricultural practices now utilize a combination of both. Decomposition plays a vital role in the carbon cycle. When microorganisms respire aerobically, they release carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, which is then absorbed by plants during photosynthesis, ensuring the continuous cycling of carbon. As decomposers break down dead organisms, they respire and release carbon dioxide as a byproduct. This process prevents carbon from being permanently locked away, keeping the carbon cycle moving through the atmosphere and living things. The carbon cycle follows a clear path. Carbon is absorbed by plants, transferred through food chains, remains locked in tissues after death, and is eventually released back into the atmosphere by the respiration of decomposers. Decomposers release massive amounts of carbon dioxide through aerobic respiration, represented by the chemical equation glucose, plus oxygen yields carbon dioxide and water. Globally, this process is a major regulator of atmospheric carbon dioxide levels. Healthy ecosystems rely on the continuous recycling of nutrients. Without decomposition, dead organic matter would accumulate, the soil would become infertile, and the entire food chain would eventually collapse due to a lack of available minerals. Decomposition is central to the nitrogen cycle. Once organisms die, nitrogen trapped in their organic compounds is broken down by bacteria and fungi, which release ammonium ions back into the soil for plants to absorb. Ecosystems depend on decomposers for three main reasons. They maintain soil fertility, provide essential nutrients that stabilize food chains, and act as nature's cleanup crew by removing waste that would otherwise harbor disease. Decomposition even has industrial applications. In sewage treatment plants, bacteria are used to break down harmful organic waste in human sewage, converting it into harmless minerals and gases on a massive, daily scale. We can preserve food by manipulating the conditions of decomposition. By adjusting temperature, moisture, or oxygen levels, through methods like refrigeration, drying, or vacuum packing, we can effectively stop the growth and activity of decomposers. When organic waste decomposes anaerobically, without oxygen, microorganisms produce methane gas. This biogas can be collected and burned as a renewable fuel source for heat and electricity, commonly used in farm-based digesters. Deforestation disrupts the balance between photosynthesis and decomposition. With fewer trees, less carbon is absorbed. Additionally, clearing forests causes stored carbon in trees to be released as they decay, significantly impacting atmospheric carbon dioxide levels. Environmental conditions dictate the speed of decay. This is why tropical regions, with rapid decomposition, often have soil that can quickly become nutrient-poor once forest cover is removed. For your exams, remember the golden rule. Warm, moist, and oxygen-rich conditions always increase the rate of decay. If asked what speeds up decomposition, cite these three factors. Pay close attention to exam command words. Explain requires a reason, such as why temperature affects enzymes. Describe asks for what happens, like the role of decomposers. Evaluate asks you to weigh benefits and drawbacks. Avoid common mistakes. Decomposers perform extracellular digestion by releasing enzymes they don't eat like animals. Remember that bacteria and fungi are distinct organisms, and clarify if you are referring to aerobic or anaerobic decay. Here is a practice question. Heap A is warm, moist, and turned. Heap B is cold, dry, and never turned. Explain the difference in decomposition rates by applying the conditions we've discussed. Quick revision. Decomposition is the breakdown of organic material. Decomposers like bacteria and fungi use extracellular digestion to release nutrients. The resulting compost is essential for fertile, healthy soil. Decomposition is a complex cycle that sustains all life. By breaking down waste and recycling nutrients, these processes keep our ecosystems functioning and regulate atmospheric chemistry. Key takeaways. Decomposers return nutrients to the soil, ideal conditions accelerate decay, compost is a vital resource, and decomposition drives the carbon and nitrogen cycles essential for survival.